Sherri Shepherd tends to get emotional when interviewing people on her daytime talk show. That happened again this week when she had a controversial guest on her show. However, the subject that had her start tearing up was more about his new movie than about anything he said. Here is who Sherri Shepherd was interviewing and why she stopped and started crying during the interview. Sherri Shepherd interviewed actor Jonathan Majors this week on her daytime talk show. The controversial actor has a new movie coming out called Magazine Dreams. He was on her talk show to discuss the latest movie, and it was that film that had Shepherd stop as she began to tear up. Jonathan Majors was one of the most successful up-and-coming actors in Hollywood when abuse allegations caused his career to implode. He gained critical acceptance for his roles in the movies The Last Black Man in San Francisco and Day of Five Bloods. He then broke out thanks to his role in the HBO television series Lovecraft Country. This led to his casting in the war movie Devotion and the sports film Creed II. He also entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe as Kang, the main villain for this current run of the MCU. However, after he was charged with physically assaulting his girlfriend, the MCU fired him and retooled their schedule, and he was pushed out of Hollywood. Now, he is returning with Magazine Dreams and reprises his role as Kang in the MCU, although this is likely just to kill the character and end his story. It was Magazine Dreams that had Sherri Shepherd crying. Major stars in Magazine Dreams as aspiring bodybuilder Killian Maddox. The actor says Killian is mentally different. He said, "You find out that his childhood was a bit difficult, and therefore he moves through the world in a different way." Sherri Shepherd talks her own son. Sherri Shepherd then began to cry. She then explained why. "I cry because my son moves through the world in a different way," she said. "So to see you portray this character, it touched my heart. So that's why I cry, because you so beautifully portrayed this man." Jonathan pulled out a tissue from his pocket and handed it to Sherri, and she continued to discuss her son and why this portrayal meant so much to her. "It really meant something to me watching that movie when I watched you, Jonathan. You were so beautiful in it," Sherri said. Sherri didn't dodge the topic of Majors' assault violations. Majors and his ex-girlfriend had what was reported to be a very toxic relationship. It was Jonathan who was punished for going too far and receiving probation for the assault. Since then, several people have said they are willing to work with him again despite the unfortunate situation. Jonathan talked about the work he has done on himself to become a better person. "There's a point where I wanted to give up on myself and I couldn't. And then I kept driving, and to look up and see friends, colleagues, brothers," he said, via Deadline. "I got to a certain place and they say, 'We see you. We love you and we believe in you now and what you're going to do forward.' And that meant the world to me." What are your thoughts on the Sherri Shepherd interview with Jonathan Majors? Let us know in the comments below. Sherri Shepherd, the beloved host of her daytime talk show, is no stranger to wearing her heart on her sleeve. Known for her candid and empathetic approach to interviewing, Shepherd often connects with her guests on a deeply personal level, creating moments that resonate with her audience. This week was no exception, as she found herself moved to tears during an interview with actor Jonathan Majors. However, the tears weren't shed over the controversies surrounding Majors' personal life, but rather over the emotional depth of his latest film, Magazine Dreams. The interview offered a poignant glimpse into both Majors' journey and Shepherd's own life, making for a compelling and heartfelt conversation. Jonathan Majors, a rising star's fall and comeback. Jonathan Majors was once hailed as one of Hollywood's most promising talents. With critically acclaimed performances in films like The Last Black Man in San Francisco and Day of Five Bloods, Majors quickly established himself as a versatile and powerful actor. His breakout role in the HBO series Lovecraft Country further cemented his status as a rising star. Majors' career trajectory seemed unstoppable as he landed significant roles in major projects, including the war drama Devotion and the sports film Creed II. He also entered the Marvel Cinematic Universe, MCU, as Kang the Conqueror, a role that positioned him as the central antagonist for the franchise's current phase. However, Majors' career took a dramatic turn in 2023 when he was charged with assaulting his then-girlfriend. The allegations led to a swift and severe backlash. Majors was dropped from several projects, and the MCU reportedly retooled its plans to minimize his involvement. Who had been on the cusp of superstardom, found himself ostracized from Hollywood and grappling with the fallout of his personal and professional life. Despite the controversy, Majors is now attempting a comeback. His latest film, Magazine Dreams, has become a focal point of his return to the spotlight. The movie, in which Majors plays an aspiring bodybuilder named Killian Maddox, explores themes of mental health, isolation, and the pursuit of dreams. It was this role, and the emotional weight it carried, that brought Sherri to tears during their interview. Magazine Dreams, a role that resonates. In Magazine Dreams, Jonathan Majors portrays Killian Maddox, a character he describes as mentally different. Majors explained that Killian's difficult childhood has shaped the way he navigates the world, making him a complex and deeply human character. The film delves into Killian's struggles with self-worth, his obsession with bodybuilding, and his yearning for acceptance. Majors' portrayal of Killian is both raw and nuanced, capturing the character's vulnerability and inner turmoil. It was this portrayal that struck a chord with Sherri. As Majors discussed the film and his character, became visibly emotional. She paused, tears welling up in her eyes, and explained why the role resonated with her so deeply. "I cry because my son moves through the world in a different way," she said. "So to see you portray this character, it touched my heart. That's why I cry, because you so beautifully portrayed this man." Shepard's emotional reaction highlighted the power of art to connect people through shared experiences. Her son, who has special needs, faces unique challenges in navigating the world, much like Killian Maddox. Seeing Majors bring such a character to life with empathy and authenticity clearly moved her. Majors, ever the gentleman, pulled out a tissue from his pocket and handed it to Shepard, allowing her a moment to compose herself before continuing the conversation. Shepard's personal connection. Shepard's vulnerability during the interview offered a rare glimpse into her personal life. As a mother, she has often spoken about the joys and challenges of raising her son, Jeffrey, who has autism. Her openness about her experiences has made her a relatable and inspiring figure for many parents of children with special needs. During the interview, Shepard elaborated on why Majors' performance in Magazine Dreams meant so much to her. "It really meant something to me watching that movie," she said. "When I watched you, Jonathan, you were so beautiful in it." Shepard's words underscored the importance of representation in media. Seeing a character like Killian Maddox, someone who moves through the world differently, portrayed with such care and depth was clearly a powerful experience for her. It also served as a reminder of the impact that storytelling can have on individuals, particularly those who see their own struggles reflected on screen. Addressing the elephant in the room. While the interview was largely focused on Magazine Dreams and Majors' craft as an actor, Sherri did not shy away from addressing the controversy surrounding his personal life. Majors' legal troubles and the allegations of assault have been widely publicized, casting a shadow over his career. Shepard approached the topic with sensitivity, allowing Majors to speak openly about his experiences and the steps he has taken to grow from them. Majors acknowledged the challenges he has faced, both personally and professionally, since the allegations surfaced. He spoke candidly about the work he has done on himself to become a better person. "There's a point where I wanted to give up on myself, and I couldn't," he said. "And then I kept driving. And to look up and see friends, colleagues, brothers. I got to a certain place, and they say, 'We see you. We love you. And we believe in you now and what you're going to do forward.' And that meant the world to me." Majors' words reflected a sense of accountability and a desire for redemption. While the controversy has undoubtedly left a mark on his career, his willingness to confront his past and strive for personal growth was evident. Shepard's decision to give him a platform to share his story was a testament to her belief in second chances and the power of redemption.